For thousands of years, we've been trying to figure out, why do we dream? Brilliant minds like the philosopher Plato and others have speculated about the meaning of dreams and their function. However, scientific experiments only a few years ago began to show us the benefits our nocturnal universe could have. It is believed that dreams could have some functions that influence our success, our intelligence, and even our survival. Being clear about what we dream must have some benefit. Otherwise, why do we dream so much? Although we aren't always able to remember them, we generally remember the strangest ones. During sleep, the brain goes through several phases. These phases repeat in cycles throughout the night. In the first phase, we move from wakefulness to sleep as we begin to relax and our breathing slows down. Our body temperature drops and our breathing slows even further. We enter light sleep, and then we enter deep sleep, characterized by a particular pattern in the brain called delta waves. Afterward, we begin REM, or rapid eye movement sleep. Our breathing accelerates and our eyes move rapidly. During REM sleep, we dream. Our brain is almost as active as when we are awake. Even many animals experience REM sleep. Therefore, it is believed that many animals also dream. Dreaming in many cultures around the world has had spiritual significance. Even the Bible mentions dream interpretations. The Egyptians created volumes of books filled with common dreams and their supposed meanings. Carl Jung believed that dreams could be interpreted if only we could decipher the code of certain universal symbols. According to Jung, dreams compensate for things that people ignore or repress, and their function was to give them clues about what might happen in the future. Dreams might be a kind of rehash of everyday experiences, just with an extra touch of weirdness to make it fun. But not everything is all fun and games. Dreams can turn into nightmares. Nightmares are commonly considered a distressing or frightening dream, one that might even wake you up. It's said that 1 in every 40 dreams is a nightmare. So why does our brain replay our worst fears and memories? Threat stimulation theory suggests that dreams allow us to rehearse dangerous events and situations. The brain attempts to condition us to survive threatening experiences by practicing them in a safe environment, inside our sleeping brain. Scientists have noticed that our dreams are filled with social situations. An argument with a coworker, a date with your crush, an altercation with your partner, or walking half naked into the street. Because being social is so important to us, practicing these situations is helpful. The strange experience of dreaming can also be used for problem solving. A problem that keeps you awake at night may be resolved in the morning, once the pillow and its nocturnal minions have sorted it out. In fact, we owe a huge number of masterpieces to dreams. Dali's Melting Clocks, the Beatles' musical gem Yesterday, Mary Shelley's novel Frankenstein, among others. So, search your dreams carefully. You might just find a Nobel Prize or something better among them. Dream incubation has also been experimented with as a way to prime the brain to be more creative. So, since dreaming is so common, and because we spend so much time of our lives doing it, it's surely helpful. But why do we dream? Perhaps thanks to the planet's rotation? It's relatively easy for our brains to rewire themselves. If we were blindfolded, our brains would begin to change within an hour of not using our eyes. Neurons in the visual cortex begin to be absorbed by other tasks. The prolonged darkness of the night would have meant that our ancestors' visual cortex was at high risk of being absorbed by other functions while we slept. If we didn't use it, we could lose it. The highly visual nature of dreams could be keeping these vulnerable areas of the brain active at night and preventing the brain from rewiring in an adverse way. There is still a belief that dreams contain hidden messages that can be interpreted or decoded. Sigmund Freud published a peculiar book, The Interpretation of Dreams, around 1900. In it, he argued that human beings' unconscious desires could be understood through the interpretation of dreams. That is, our desires that go unfulfilled while we are awake are expressed in our dreams. Freud believed that our minds deliberately confuse dreams to hide their true meaning, since some of those desires could be somewhat extreme. Some scientists believe that the unpredictable mix of images, stories, and events we experience when dreaming were side effects of basic biological processes in our brains, a kind of neurological noise we experience while sleeping. But maybe dreams aren't just random noise, some said. Maybe our brains need to dream to be healthy. So there you have it. Keep dreaming. By the way, what was your weirdest dream? Leave it in the comments. I'd love to hear from you. God bless.